Sup viewers, hello and welcome to another episode of Reckless Tiger. Today we are playing the new Hitman, finally. My face cam isn't turned on today because I didn't want to. And I've already actually played this. I'm talking over the top. But this is me legit playing it, so I haven't got this off another YouTuber, don't worry about that. But this was going to be a walkthrough. It still basically is a walkthrough, but it's not a very good walkthrough. So it's a walkthrough slash playthrough. Either way, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get going. It's actually the second main mission, so the third mission if you don't include the tutorial. I just felt like doing this one because I enjoy it. Anyway, I'm playing it on professional difficulty. That is why I, that's why I sort of made this. I can complete it. It's just, yeah. Anyway, Urban Surfer UK is one of the accounts. It's not actually my account, but I use this one. And we can get going. That's the... I still haven't completed this. Leave in the comments whether you want to see me do a complete playthrough. We're playing Sapienza, which is here in Italy, on professional. I love that. Just listen. The music gets... I'm actually gonna legit record this. I love the music. And especially when it gets to professional... Oh god, I can't speak. When it gets to professional difficulty as well. Anyway, for this I'm using the lockpick and the remote detonation device. I like wearing the suit, but, the remote detonation device, just in case you were wondering what I was using. But, you don't need it. I'll show you a way to complete it without using that, but it's easier when you get it. I think you get it from just completing the level normally or something on just normal difficulty. I'm not sure. It's really hard on professional difficulty though. That's why I sort of felt like making this tutorial, because there's nothing, if you've seen Hitman games before, there's no clothes left out, there's nothing left on the floor, there's no hints, there's no clues, there's no nothing. So I spent about maybe 7 hours trying to plan it out, and I only just pulled it off. So yeah, I don't know why you're here waiting for it to load. I've just got a lot to talk about. I'm playing this on Xbox, but yeah, PlayStation, whatever. This is just what I had it on, so this is what I recorded it on. Alright, let's go.
Welcome to Sapienza 47. Silvio Caruso's family home is right across the square. The bioengineer suffers from acute travel phobia, so the Ether Corporation has installed a state-of-the-art field laboratory somewhere below ground. Expect security levels to rise as you get closer to the virus. Good luck, 47.
Alright, we're going. If you want to use this as a tutorial, then just follow my moves. So the first thing, as you can see in the bottom left corner, that golden badge means it is in professional difficulty. So this is a walkthrough on how to complete it. Just not perfectly, but yeah, watch it, because it's not going to be as complicated as all the other people you've seen. This is why I think this is worth making. So yeah, you should get the key if you've played the level before. If not, you can use the lockpick to get in. But this is like the ICA flat area, so you're sort of course you're allowed in here. There's never going to be any people. Anyway, you sort of want to be fast on this bit, I would say, as well, because the lady calling to Rocco is always there waiting around. So yeah, you just go straight up. You have to be swift. I like to make the way I do it as like a one entire movement. So I basically, well, of course I stop moving, but I like to sort of like, not turn around on myself. I don't know. I like to think of it as like a fluid movement. Anyway, as you can see, I'm grabbing the fire extinguisher, and I'm hiding here. And I think this is the wrong clip. I don't think I did it successfully in this clip, to be honest.
What's that? I'm getting kind of uneasy here. Please!
Wow. Okay.
Holy shit! I need help!
Well, this is one of the mistakes I made. Wow. Okay. We'll go again. I was gonna cut that out, but oh god, it's just when that moment when you panic, you're like, oh crap, okay, and you smack him right in the face. Okay, everything I did to there was right, but you don't hide in the corner, you hide in the room. I knew that. I was just trying something out, because like I said, it took a lot of planning, and that was part of my planning. Yeah, I decided not to cut that bit out. That's why you're seeing it now. Trust me, there's a lot more cut out of this. It's really not easy. I'm probably just shit at the game. But still, anyone who's watching this can, you know, leave in the comments and leave a like. Okay, this time I'm doing it differently. Okay, I feel if you followed me like live and you just did what I did, then I apologize, but this is the way to do it. Yeah, so yeah. I definitely get it right on this one. I just thought, you know, it's a bit of banter. You just leave it in, leave the other one in. Bit funny. Just panic and smack people in the face. This is a serious part of the game. Like, leave in the comments if you want me to play more, but I always think I might do some sort of like comedy, you know, just comedy version of it. You know, a bit more fun, bit less walkthrough, playthrough sort of style, because I understand this video is quite long. Anyway, the first thing you need to do is turn off the radio, because that wakes up the detective guy, which means he goes and speaks to the lady, and it basically sets up one of your kills. So that's quite important, and it's good to do it to begin with, because then you can do it like whenever basically, but you don't need to wait around for anything. That's why I'm running a lot, because you want to do all of this stuff while the guy's on the phone and while you're waiting for the other kill to set itself up, basically. Anyway, as you can see, this time I'm gonna go into the room. This technique is very dodgy, but it sort of works, sort of doesn't. I did it anyway because it was the only easy way I could find. Like, that fire extinguisher is the only thing you can grab, and you can't disguise as Rocco like you normally do in normal version, because he hasn't got his clothes left out on the bed like he normally does.
Hey, what's...
So once you've knocked him out, you want to quickly grab the body, get through the door, and just leave. Like, the other chefs are really dumb, and they won't, like, as you can see in the bottom left, he's gone looking, but he isn't looking in this room. And the second I change into these clothes, then it's fine. So you might want to, you're gonna have to try this a few times, because this took me a lot of, as you could see before, it took me a lot of like times to actually get it right. Or accidentally got my gun out there. Anyway, don't crawl around because people think that's suspicious. You need to grab the brick to your right the second you grab out, and put it away quickly so no one sees you. But you just want to run down here. If you go to this place on the right, then you can get through. Also, in the other version, you can poison him and kick him off the cliff. In this version, I don't think you can, because you can't get hold of any poison, because they get rid of it. That's part of the professional. But it's the easy classic kill when you get that explosive golf ball that you grabbed at the beginning from that flat that I showed you. And you just literally drop it in, and then you just wait. And he's going to hit that explosive golf ball, and he's going to kill himself, obviously. So you're going to go down here, is the next step. And if you go to your right, you grab a hammer and a screwdriver. You don't need the screwdriver, but you need the hammer. So take that. Also, later on in the game, may I recommend that place that we were just at. If you walk a bit further on, is a doorway to the final area. I'll point that out later, so don't worry too much. But you just run along. I thought there was a door here, and then I realised there wasn't. And then it was hidden, and I realised there was, but you don't really need to worry about that. It's like demon chef. So you're going to have to wait in here for a bit. I'm going to cut this bit out because it's a bit boring. But you literally, once you've gone all the way down into the spin, the kill is perfectly set up. The people are going to come right in front of you. All you need to do is equip your hammer, get out the bin, and smack them both in the head. And snap the neck of the person you want to kill. You could shoot them both, but then it sort of ruins their costumes, and you get a kill on someone you don't need to kill, because you only need to kill the woman and not the man. No sexism intended. But But you get it. Okay, I'm gonna cut this out and stop talking. Okay, so while we were waiting in this bin, we got the kill as the guy hit the explosive golf ball. So you don't really need to worry about that. Just let it happen, and you'll see what happens, obviously. Anyway, so what I'm doing is equipping my hammer. You grab right out, and you smack the shit out of these little people. And the guards are crap, and they don't hear their screams. Snap her neck, or her breasts, either way it kills her.
Now destroy the virus.
Just grab in. You don't need to change into him. I was just experimenting. You really don't need to change into his clothes, though. Don't do it. It's because it makes it harder on yourself, and it's just not worth it. Anyway, when you're doing this, make sure the guard to your behind the other way of the hall isn't watching, because otherwise he'll notice. So just make doubly sure. But yeah, don't really worry about him. So at the moment, I'm sort of just waiting it up a bit. So yeah, that guy, make sure he's not there when you kill them. Just checking your map. It's not that hard. Anyway, I'm sort of just waiting around, like working out how I'm gonna get there, because I was thinking about moving the other way. I'm gonna go through that way right there is where you put the bomb. As you can see, it looks like a bit of an archway. I'm just trying to keep out the way of the guy with the dot above his head at the moment. So if this happens to you, then just wait to if you have done the same thing as me, then this might happen to you. So just literally wait for him to move, and wait for the other guy to at the end with the dot above his head not to be watching. You know, just place it when no one's looking. Blow it up. It doesn't make any sound. You don't need to worry about that. Like I said, if you want to go up the way I came along the place, and then you can sort of go in the door at the top past the gravestone. Anyway, I saved it just there. That's why there was a little glitch, if you saw that. I highly recommend saving here, because it gets quite hard. Ooh, wink wink, it gets hard. Anyway, it's a brick. Yeah, it's a shit joke. This is where it sort of goes to shit. I still do it, but you know, that's how you get the first 2 kills easy. You do get recorded on security camera. That's not really a problem. Anyway, just run straight out and smack him on the head with a brick, because he's a bit of a bitch, really. And then you grab the hammer and you smack him before he can do any shit.
Look for some type of quarantine unit.
Alright, and then you don't want to leave the bodies out in the open, so I drag him down this little hallway here. As you can see, I've made a bit of a mistake, but I recover from my mistake. There's no easy way of doing a tutorial on this, because it changes every time. Everything has to be exactly the same. It's very hard to make every game you play the same. It's just, I don't know why. It's just the game. Yeah, you have to improvise. No matter what you do, it's always going to be different every time you play it. Even if you're doing the same thing. Like little hints, like this guy here, he's just coming up for some random reason, and then he sees the dead body. I mean, of course, he's standing in an easy position. You can just knock him out and hide him in the container, which is what I do. And that actually worked out really well for me, because it gave me a disguise to go around the thing with. If you didn't use his disguise later on, as you can see, you can just change to the chef thing. It doesn't matter, but you just have to sort of go with the flow with this game, I find. That's what sort of, I love this game, but that's sort of like what makes it good. It's just everything changes all the time. Like, this is like 1 out of 1,000, well, not obviously not 1,000, but there's loads of different ways to kill your targets. Like, this is just the way I personally recommend, and I mean, I bet you 100% that you will not find another YouTuber who did it the same way as me. Anyway, you just walk straight up here. You kill him, like, well, you don't kill him. Obviously, you don't snap his neck, because you lose points and stuff. You just want to knock him out, and you can put him in here conveniently, and then disguise as him. It's a lot better to disguise as a lab technician, because no one notices you. That's why we're doing it. But no one notices you when you knock him out up there. As long as you don't shoot a unsilenced gun or something, you know, just, you know, it's fine. Yeah, you turn around for that wrench, because, well, wrench, you might as well. Now here you have to be a bit careful, because there are people with dots on them. So yeah, you need to be careful of the dots here. you know, the people with the dots on, just make sure he's facing the other way. And you can just quickly jog past him in that little gap there. This guy up here is a bit of a nuisance as well. But, you know, you should be able to work your way around it. Make sure this guy, I mean, it's not really a problem. Just make sure he doesn't see you changing into a costume. And yeah, so you got this from the other person. Make sure you pick that up when you kill the woman. Otherwise, you won't be able to get in here, obviously. But yeah. You go through here. I love this suit. This suit looks really cool. Get sprayed down with whatever this is. Now this is actually easier than I thought it would be. What you want to do is, no one suspects you really until you start like messing stuff. So that's what you need to do, that bit there. But don't worry about that yet. You need to distract. Well, you'll see. So here, you just tamper with this, do whatever. And then people are suspicious, so make sure you examine and sort of blend in. This guy gets suspicious and he goes to check it out, so that gets him out the way. And he's, yeah, saying crap and everything. Then he's doing his own stuff. This, don't worry about this, I was just playing around. That's just a ventilation thing. Anyway, don't worry about that. I was worried. Just go blend in. Make sure no one's suspecting you. Like, no one's suspecting me there. So it's fine. Anyway, go to here when you know that guy's busy doing his stuff. Then you need to combine the red with the red.
Warning, dangerous compound.
Entering the ether lab requires a key
I
card.
don't know why she started talking.
Dangerous compound.
Seems both are within reach.
Why is she talking about that? Like, I'm already halfway through. So yeah, you do that. When the beeping starts, you just go blend in because he's like looking at his own stuff. Now you got both of these guys away, and then you can go and overheat the thing. No one should be watching. Just be careful. I watched straight out, and then I realized that you have to turn on the vent, even though you don't. I'm not sure. Just don't walk out. What I just did there, don't do that. Because you see, I made that mistake. I was there like, why is nothing happening? And then just quickly turned around, turned off the vent. You see, this is where I got suspected. Just don't worry about the vent. Yeah? After you set the thingy off like that, then just walk out. Like, I shouldn't still be in here. But as long as you're blending in, no one's going to notice. Look, they stop noticing you after that. You just walk straight out. You want to put on your lab technician suit again because you don't really want to be walking around in a hazmat suit. Well, maybe. I don't know. I didn't try it. I mean, you can experiment with your own thing. That's the beauty of this game. This is just a rough how-to. Okay, here I get really chaotic. Like, the guy seeing me there. Just take your time. Here, just seriously take your time. Because you see how he spots me? That's a really bad move. And here as well, I'm just running. Look, you see you get this? Just take your time. And this won't happen. Basically. I only had like 5 minutes left before I needed to leave. I put this disguise on just as a quick, like, while they're searching, just to get away. If you take your time, none of this is a problem, okay? Anyway. You run all the way up. Like, if you would have shot the uniform, you wouldn't be able to do this. You don't need to change into this. This is sort of me just waiting around for people to calm down a bit. Because it says searching in the corner, and even though, yeah. So that guy is just there, doing his own stuff. What I'm actually going to do is go and change into the chef Actually, I change and look, even there, that's a bad move. Just be careful. Just honestly be careful. And if they see you, just run, like I'm doing. Anyway, I come back up here. There's no one up here, obviously. Make sure there isn't though, because you never know. I change into this guy here, but you can change into the chef. They don't make a difference. This or the chef. Just change into something that gives you access to the mansion, because what you're going to want to do is go back to the mansion and get your suit before you leave, which is what I did. Like, even that running, just be careful. I keep on saying that, just be careful. Then you just run, mate. I apologize if this video is quite long. I mean, congratulations for lasting this long. But it's a complete playthrough, and I didn't want to cut bits out, especially for you guys who are using this as a walkthrough. Him, I recommend knocking him out with the wrench when you see him.
Excuse me.
Because I just do that at the moment. That was just a really, yeah, just try and avoid it, you know. I mean, if you actually have like a slight idea of how to play this game, then yeah. If you didn't have the brute shoot, then go to that place on my right there. That's where you need to go. It leads to the same area I went before, if you don't have that explosive thing. But yeah. You can just run all the way up here. There's security cameras, I don't know how to avoid those, so. You see, I get really panicky, people are getting suspicious of me. Take your time, you don't need to be fast like me. It's just the music, you know, the music really gets pumping, you're like, oh crap, I'm gonna die. Body found, that's from the guy I threw a wrench at. I don't know. You don't need to grab the fire extinguisher, just grab your suit. It's always good to leave in your suit. I think you get extra points as well. Then you get up, you leave. Here, be really careful of that girl going back and forth, because she's caught me out off guard many times. You see, I go just behind her. As long as you know where she is, then it's fine. You run up here on the roof, and you go back through. You don't have to, but it's easier than going. You don't want to go through the front door, obviously, so that's basically the way you should go. I mean, you can go another way, but that's it, really. Then you just run up here, get in the mini, and your level is done. So, congratulations for lasting this long. Like I was saying, the guys who are actually using this as a walkthrough, I hope this helped. And, you know, I didn't want to cut any parts out, because if you're watching a walkthrough, you don't want them to, like, skip out loads of bits you don't understand. So, yeah, anyway, I apologize I haven't made videos in a while, either. But that guy's fallen. That wasn't me, I promise. I'm just, because I'm on holidays, I got no time to make videos. Apart from this one, which I made, like, last minute. Anyway, yeah. Then it continues on. I skipped this because, you know, you don't need to. You don't need to do that. But that was it. That was professional difficulty, which was really freaking hard, I'll tell you that. That's a pretty shit score. But if you look, like, I only got non-target kill, which I don't actually understand what that was actually from. Can't remember who that was, that non-target kill. But, you know, the rest of the score was pretty good. So that's the easy way to do it. Like, other guys on tutorials, I bet you their way was harder. I don't know. I'm going to research that now, actually. Like, whether they do easier or harder ways. But still. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. And stay fine. I'll try and do some drone videos as well. But, yeah, cool. Adios.